these women, they are in their 80s, but they just cannot stop bickering about the simplest things. Jesus Christ. Especially Hortensia. I'm like, madam, what is it? Just calm down. Hortensia is so grim. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time on this channel or you're a returning viewer, you're highly welcome. So guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the book The Woman Next Door by Yewande Omotoso. So this book tells the story of two women who live in the suburb of Cape Town in South Africa. So these women, they are neighbors, and one is a white woman and the other is a black woman. So the black woman, Hortensia, is married to a white man. So they're in this interracial marriage, yes, while her neighbor, Marion, is a white woman who is married to a white man, an Italian. The thing is, Hortensia is a fabric designer, while Marion is an architect. These two women, by the way, they are in their 80s, so they're old women. But the way the book is written, it employs a lot of flashbacks. So we see them from their growing years to their present years. And these women, they hate each other and they hate anything that has to do with either of them. And this book looks at how these women try to relate with each other amidst the several issues that surround them. And now on Marion's end, the house Hortensia lives in was actually designed by her. Remember I said she's an architect, and for the longest time she has wanted to live in that house. That house was her dream house, and even when she was designing the house, she designed it like a dream house. So, and she designed it for a client, so she was waiting for the clients to after they had moved into the house, for the house to be up on sale, and so she can just move in with her family. But at the time when the house was on sale, she was not aware of it. So Hortensia and her white husband, Peter, moved into the house. For Marion, it's just a case of coveting what she designed, but it doesn't belong to her. So that's her own issue with Hortensia. But Hortensia, on the other hand, sees Marion as a racist, and Hortensia is, when it comes to sarcasm and when it comes to using her tongue very well, Hortensia just does the most of it. Like, Hortensia does not back down. She just says it as it is, and in the most brutal way possible. So there is always this clash between these two women. But along the line, a chance event brings both of them together, and it was very, very unexpected. So this is what happened. Hortensia was trying to renovate her house, add some touch to her house, and there was an accident, and this accident affected Marion. Remember that both of them, they are neighbors, so their houses are side by side. So this leaves Marion houseless because her house was destroyed. Part of her house was destroyed, so she couldn't live in it. And as it was, there was no other option after everything but for her to come stay with Hortensia in Hortensia's house. Now Marion has 4 children, but she doesn't have this good relationship with her children. So like, they are out of it. So for her to stay with her children, they are out of it, and it's almost as if they are threatening to even put her in a nursing home. So she had no other option than to move in with Seeing that this book is set in South Africa. So what is South Africa without apartheid? The way this book is described and the way this book is explained and the way the characters and the situations in this book are explained, this book is actually post-apartheid. So yes, the era of apartheid is gone, but there's still this subtle form of discrimination. There's still discrimination, but it was not as blown, or is not as blown as the apartheid era. So now, one of the reasons why Hortensia despises Marion is because of the way Marion treats her maid. So now, in Marion's own mind, she feels like she's not doing anything bad to her maid, Agnes, but she doesn't allow her maid use the same tissue as her. So there's this there's this discrimination. Don't use what I'm using. We can't use the same plate and everything. So in her mind, she feels like, oh, she's just being cool and nice and just living normally with her maid Agnes. But she doesn't allow Agnes use most of her things. And this just reminds me of the movie The Help. When it comes to this book, there are so many issues that are addressed. There's the issue of cheating when Hortensia caught her husband cheating with a white woman, and it does not even end there. Hortensia doesn't have any children of her own. She cannot give birth, and that is because of a botched abortion she had in the earlier stages of her marriage. I have to state it here that Hortensia and Marion, as the book progresses, they become widows. But these women, they are in their 80s, but they just cannot stop bickering about the simplest things. Jesus Christ! Especially Hortensia, I'm like, madam, what is it? Just calm down. Hortensia is so grim, but as the book progresses, I got to understand the reason why she is how she is and why she behaves in that certain way. She actually took it upon herself to start hating people, and that was after she caught her husband cheating on her with a white woman. And if you read this book, God, it was just so bad. The loneliness Hortensia felt, oh God, she was lonely most of the time, and she didn't have any children of her own. Her husband that she loved so much was out with another woman, and it was just so, oh my God, guys, it was not. Sorry, I'm laughing. It's not even funny. I'm laughing because I'm trying to diffuse the tension I'm feeling already. Remembering what I've read in the book. But guys, this book is actually a very interesting book to read. But I must warn you, this book is for people that are patient. So I started reading this book, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and I was like, hey, who sent me to read this book? I kept looking how many pages remaining for me to be done with this book. But as soon as I got into chapter 4, that was when the book picked up. And it just kept going. Looks at friendship. So this book is an enemy turn friends kind of book. It just looks at how Hortensia and Marion were able to put their differences aside, understand each other, and get to a level of understanding. Get it? So it just tells that sometimes you might judge a person too quickly just because you do not know them. But by the time you're able to know them, talk to them, hear their story, hear what influences their actions, then you might come to see that, oh, this is a kind of person I can actually relate with. This is the kind of person I can be with. This is the kind of person I can share fun moments. When these two women become friends, it was actually a very beautiful thing to read. And it just gave me this light feeling in my heart, and it was actually very very cool. So another thing it looks at is the issue of grandparents and grandchildren. For Marion too is there's also the description of how lonely Marion is because her children are not with her and her grandchildren they hardly visit. So Marion is overly excited. The one time a granddaughter visits her in the guest house or the hospital where she was staying in, and the other time too when this same granddaughter of hers visited her while she was in Hortensia's house. And Hortensia is someone that is described as grim, like very catty, mean. So if you can even say she's even mean, but when she meets Marion's granddaughter, she turns on a charm, and you can see her being so nice to the granddaughter. And God, it was just a beautiful thing to read, and it just looks at this relationship between grandparents and their grandchildren too. So I just feel when people are advanced, their children should make it their point of duty to bring their own children, close to their own parents. So the grandparents should always be with their grandchildren, even if they can't be with their own children at that point in time, because their children, they are busy with their life, their family, and everything. Because Loneliness is a real deal and it is examined very much in this. Lastly, it still looks at the reasons why people do things as it concerns Hortensia's husband, Peter. So guys, I really do not have much to say about this book because this book is just, I'll say it's a happy-go-lucky book. Just read and yes, look at the issues and everything. See, there's no explanation that I'm going to give that will make you really, really understand what it's talking about. I can only try to give you some points or give you a hint of what is happening in the book. So if you read the book and you agree with some of the points that I've talked about in this book, then feel free to comment in the comment section down below. If you've read the book or you're willing to read this book, just let me know in the comment section down below. So guys, do not forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye.